Say what now?
But your birth certificate said you were born in San Antonio. Why you didn't want to put Kingsbury?
Well, I couldn't say that how many months it was before I stayed there. I couldn't say that. I just said, on the San Antonio. Nobody could argue with mine.
No, you sure couldn't, but I didn't know. But then you kind of turn things around, your birth certificate and everything, you were born in San Antonio.
Huh?
I see your birth certificate and everything says you're born in San Antonio.
Yeah.
It's confusing me there.
To who?
To me.
Why?
Well, you see, there's no discrepancy to me. I was born in Puerto Rico. I'm proud of the fact I was born a country girl. And it was shells, nothing but shells on the streets. Now it's all paved. I can't even figure out where in the world nothing is when I get there. Because it's been built up so. But I could go anywhere I wanted to.
You move over a little bit.
Younger and went to Puerto Rico. Knew how to go to the bay and everything.
Move your chair over toward the wall.
Now I can't find nothing there. And you don't even look the same where the houses where I was born. They're not the same. You got another house
Yes, right.
that's built up. Now, another thing, when you had the birth certificate and everything fixed up, you had Townsend to sign the papers, right? The notary. And he said, you said you were born in San Antonio, you went along with that.
What was he going on with?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what else was he going along with?
But he didn't know the truth, did he?
I didn't know. I knew enough to know that I came alive in San Antonio.
But you were born in San Antonio.
No.
Well, who are you talking about? You told you were born in San Antonio.
He
She
told,
knows about it, that's it.
he told Aaron Townsend, he did now. But he used to be the head waiter at St. Anthony Hotel.
Yeah.
And he was getting his birth certificate here. So he could have his, what do you call it, recognition from working at the hotel. Not the hotel, but the field. He got ready to retire, whatever, you have to have your age and everything proper, right?
Yeah.
So he went on to get his birth certificate. And so he didn't have any recognition of his birth, you know, in the place where he was born. And, so he went on, said he was born in San Antonio. He knew the date of his birth and everything. And yet he had somebody to verify it. So he got Aaron Townsend to go along with his plan of saying that he was born in San Antonio.
Are you mumbling because you don't want the FBI to find out, or what?
No, I'm telling you what I said.
Well, yeah, it's just that I ain't hearing it too clearly because you low.
What you didn't understand.
Okay, Aaron Thomas, a friend of Dad's,
Yes,
was to assist Dad getting a birth certificate.
right.
And so Aaron Thomas asked Dad, where were you born? Dad said San Antonio. That was good enough.
Right.
So Aaron Thomas said, okay, he was born in San Antonio, and I know that for a fact.
And he signed his name to it.
Okay.
The notary public.
All right. So, but you're saying what?
He was born in Luling. And I thought it was Nations Creek, but he said, no, not Luling, but Kingsbury. That's what he said.
Okay, so you thought Dad was born in Kingsbury, but that's not true either.
Yeah, he said that he was born in Kingsbury. I thought he was born in Nations Creek. But he said his grandfather used to preach in the little church in Nations Creek.
This Thompson guy?
Yes. He was a minister.
No, Ed Thompson didn't. It was another fellow. Scriptures down there, I don't know his name.
Okay.
Well, I thought you said it's your grandfather. How many grandfathers you had?
I don't know. I don't know how many I got.
You're supposed to have just two, you know, one on your mother's side and one on your father's side.
Well, it could be one on my father's side and she's down there, I don't know. But
His name would be Harris and not Thompson.
Well, probably it is Harris, I don't know.
How about a change-up? I don't remember. Was that him?
Yeah, I never recall.
Oh, hey, good. Hey, all right. We got the President Nixon here kind of thing. I wish to come over here so you can hold the picture so I can see it.
But that's his grandmother and his grandfather.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact, because I knew Grandma Mag. I knew Grandma Mag.
You did?
Yes. I knew her. I was acquainted with her.
Me?
In the middle.
I never did meet her husband, Ed Thompson.
No, he died when I was a kid.
I see. But I didn't know Grandma Mag.
Yeah, she lived.
She was so sweet. She was short and just as stout as she could be, bless her heart. But she was so sweet.
Hold it down just a little more. No, hold the bottom of it
She
down.
used to tease Dad about
Yeah.
me. She said that Dad would used to be saying, quit Lil, in his sleep. And she said, who's Lil? And he had nerve enough to tell her that, oh, it's just some little girl I feel sorry for. I at the hotel.
Well, that was the truth, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then he brought me home to meet her. She says, I see why he feels sorry for you. I know why he feels sorry for you. He should have taken with you. I said, really? He said, yeah. And when he had his accident with the two women in the car, and he called me to come over there, and I got there. She said, give him here, give him here. We was engaged to be married then. And I went in there and I said, well, what's the story? He said, how did he talk to me? He said, I promise not to do that no more if you still stay engaged to me. I said, okay, one condition, but I said, we don't get no more car until after we married. He said, I said, I know you won't do it. So he said, I promise. I said, because you could have killed yourself.
You just could have.
So she said, well, is the wedding still going to take place? I said, oh, yes, ma'am, she can take place. And we had set it for June the 4th, and she wanted me to change it and make it earlier. Because I don't know, I guess she could feel the idea that she wasn't going to be there because she kept trying to get me to change it, and I told her, I said, well, I'm sorry. I said, we have made the arrangements, I said, and set the date, and it's
We don't care.
no, it's an ill omen if you change your wedding date.
Is that right?
And so she said,
So there you have it.
well, she understood. And bless her heart, she died in March. And so she was there in spirit, but she wasn't there. And then some folks had the nerve enough to say she couldn't hardly wait till the grandma's eyes closed before she was married.
How ridiculous.
Then give the family a chance to mourn her passing. And I told them, I said, if you want to wait, I said, under the circumstances, we'll wait. Oh no, if I ever need you, I need you now. So I went on and got married. Well, we didn't have no great big wedding. We went to the parsonage and got married. Wasn't no big wedding.
Who married you?
Reverend DeLance.
Who?
Reverend DeLance.
DeLance.
DeLance. D-E-L-A-N-D. DeLance. And he was a Methodist minister there.
Well, how come you guys?
St. Paul Church.
How come you guys got married by a Methodist minister?
Because I was Methodist.
Well, I guess I'll take care of it.
I guess we will.
Anything wrong with that?
Well, okay, we just got to see the picture of your grandfather, Ed Thompson, Mary Thompson, right?
Yeah.
And you met them, huh?
I met Grandma May.
Okay.
That was the one that told me to give him hell when he had the accident.
Is that your first time meeting her?
Oh no, she had invited me to dinner. He brought me home, you know.
Yeah, but I mean.
Back to his house, you know, to meet his grandmother.
Yeah, but how
Sister.
how long had you known her from your first meeting?
Oh, this was quite some time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How?
We got to know one another first before. He carried me to the shows and things like that.
Okay.
For walks in the park.
Okay.
We got to know one another, you know, before he bring me to meet his grandmother.
So how old were you when you met her?
So he invited me to dinner. I was 21. I told you we were together for 9 months. We got married.
Yeah.
And then
So well, I know you guys are married in 40, right?
that's right.
Okay. So you were more than 21 then.
I was just 21 when I got married.
That's right, you were born in 1980. Okay, so you met her in 1940?
I married him in 1940.
Okay. But you married in June.
June the 4th.
So did you meet her in 39?
Yeah.
Okay.
That part of it.
All right. And she died in 40. In what?
March.
In March of 40. Okay. So,
I didn't know her very well. But I mean, but I did know what I didn't know about her. She was very sweet. Very
how
understanding.
old is she when she died?
I don't know how.
I don't know.
How old did she live?
I guess she was about, you know, late 50s or early 60s something.
Okay.
It was in the 60s, but I
She
don't
hadn't,
know.
she hadn't taken, she hadn't gotten any Social Security check.
No, she had put in for it, but she hadn't received it.
She was
And the
a
day
top
she
member.
died, this day she received.
I see. Okay.
That's about 65, yes, but she didn't get a
So-
Social Security check until after she sent it back because we didn't even have a chance to even sign it.
Mm-hmm. Now that was, who we talking about that you met? His grandmother, right?
Yes.
And your mom had already died in 33?
Not 39.
39?
Yeah.
Well, you said
It
you were...
wasn't in 39.
Yeah.
It was 39.
Yeah.
Yeah, 39. Yeah.
You said you were, how old were you
When
when
did your mama die? What month?
39.
I said, what month?
Oh, I don't know, somewhere in the summer.
Okay. And I keep getting your sisters and your mom's names mixed up. Clemmy was your mom.
Right.
And Cleo was your sister.
Right.
All right. But I remember you said that she was feeling ill, and you had just come from picking her up at Houston.
Right.
That is a mother.
That was his mother.
Yeah, your mother. And so it was your mother who had died when you had just turned something. You weren't too old.
You just finished school, I think, right? In 31?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, because see, you were born in 1912, so 22, you were 10, 32, you were 20, 33, you were 21. And see, if you had just finished going to that 1 year at St. Philip's,
Mm-hmm.
then if she died around that time, then you were around 21 or so.
No, she died. I'm kind of thinking she died at 38.
38.
Instead of 39 because of the fact I never did get a chance to meet her, his mother.
Uh-huh.
But she was working.
She wasn't alive when I met you. She was dead. She had died. All I knew was Grandma Mag and Cleo, the sister. And she was dead. She wasn't alive when I met Grandma Mag and Cleo. She used to work in the laundry. She used to work in the laundry.
Uh-huh.
And when she died, she took sick and they took her to Houston because the doctors there couldn't help her.
Mm-hmm.
And so she went to Houston and they were treating her. And she became sicker and he went and got her. And when he brought her back, he was trying to get her in the door. And he died right between the kitchen door and the back bedroom,
Mm-hmm.
which is locked up now, because I have no microwave there.
Yeah.
And she died that March in 38.
Mm-hmm.
Then he took himself and went to Chicago or New York, where? Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And he stayed there for a few months. Then he came back and he went to St. Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's where he met me.
Okay, so
But he hadn't met me until quite some time after he had been to Chicago.
mm-hmm.
Because he had been going to different hotels in Mingo. He worked at the Mingo too. And he worked at the Plaza. You worked at the Plaza, but you did work at the Mingo.
Yeah.
And there was some other hotel that you worked at. Crockett Hotel. Never did work at Crockett.
I worked at Blue Bonnet.
Blue Bonnet Hotel. And the Mingo Hotel. Right?
Yeah.
And then you went
Last,
to,
I think it was the last one I worked at.
no, St. Anthony was one, last one.
But it's like I think the San Antonio was the last one.
So you went to Blue Bonnet, Mingo, and then St. Anthony. And then that's where he met me. And he was the only single waiter there. All the rest of them was married.
You stopped that stuff.
We got together and we started coming out. Carrington was the one that introduced us to him. And they were having a black and white ball. And so I think that he and Lena Bell,
Who?
Carrington and his wife, Lena Bell, was going to this ball. And they wanted to invite Jamero and me. So they gave us the invitation and told him, says, how much you ask her out. So he said, well, I don't know her.
I what?
I don't know her.
That's a pretty good answer.
So he came to the dining room to check me out. First, when Carrington showed him to me, to him, and said, she's married, but deliver me from her. You see, I had put in for my divorce. He said, well, she's not with us. That's all right. I don't know about it.
What was that?
He said, that's all right, no problem. So he came into the dining room where I was, passing bread out among the guests that wanted it. And he stood there at the buffet. I was standing inside the buffet. And I seen him clean like he was looking at a menu. And I eyed me. And I spoke to him. I says, you don't say much, do you? Oh, no. He says, I'm a man of very few words. He shot out of there. It's the kitchen. I said, well, I guess I scared him off. So the next time around, he came back. And he says, I know you don't know one another too well, but would you like to go to black and white ball with me? And I looked at him and I said, well, I'll think about it. And he says, well, let me know. If you're interested, fine. If not, let me know. I said, okay. So he left out of it. Yeah, so when he did, he came back. Have you thought about it? I said, yeah.
How long was that past?
About a few hours before getting off from work. I told him, yes, I think I'll be delighted to go. So he says, all right. And then he told me what time he would pick me up. I told him where I lived. And sure enough, he came by and he picked me up. I had on a black taffeta dress. Long dress was pretty little white. Well, it was more silvery like malaria jacket with black sandals and socks.
Well,
yeah, so that was the night. After the dance, we had a lovely time at the dance. And
what was the name of the place?
what was it? Was it the Famous Door?
I don't know what it means.
I think it was the Famous Door.
The Famous Door. Well, here's, go ahead.
And after that, then we had a party at Lifesavers.
Yeah, Lifesavers Grill.
And that's where we were.
On Commerce.
Yeah, and that's when my first husband came up.
You mumbling now.
No, that's when my first husband came up. And he wanted to speak to me.
He wanted to talk to you.
Yes, what he said, I want to have a few words with you.
A few words.
I said, we have nothing to say.
And you said nothing.
And so he says, well, you better get up now, or else I'm going to make a scene. And so I told him, I said, well,
Make a scene.
that's all right. I'm not going to So I was with another couple, which was Juanita Scranton and her husband Gilnott. Juanita Gilnott. And so she said, "You want to go to the restroom?" I said, "Yeah." So she took the tumble, and so she got up, and we left and we went to the restroom. And while we were out there, outside of the building, to the restroom, I was inside. No, she was inside using the restroom. And I was standing out waiting until she come out. And while she was in there, she said, "You reckon he'll follow us out here?" And before I could open my mouth, he said, "Yes, I'm out here." I intend to speak to my wife, and I'm going to speak to her now. So she stayed in that restroom. So he was trying to talk to me, you know, somebody he was sorry and he wanted me back and this and that and the other. And I told him.
You'd already filed papers to divorce.
Yeah. But he claimed he hadn't received it.
Yes.
I told him, I said, "Oh yes, I know you got it." And he called me Poodle. That was his nickname.
Who?
Poodle.
Uh-huh.
It's short for Pula.
What the hell is that?
You remember?
Opium derivative?
No, you remember the picture they called Pula? I can't
She's
think.
making up this stuff, huh, now,
No, I'm not making it up. This was a movie,
I see.
and the girl, the mother was black, and she had got involved with a white man, and her baby was white, you know, but she was half black and half white, you understand what I mean?
Gotcha.
And they called her Piola.
I see.
The mother called her Piola.
Okay.
And he went a little further, he called me Poodle.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying?
I do.
All right. I can't think of the name of the picture.
That's okay.
But I know that it was a movie made of that.
Yes, ma'am.
I think Betty Gabriel was the white woman that this black woman was working for.
Yes.
And she had a white daughter also.
Okay. Now, there's a movie later on that came out called Imitation of Life.
That's it.
But, Mom,
That's it.
Imitation of Life was, I thought that was a 60s, early 60s movie. You say that it was made earlier than that.
No, it was around that time.
Well, you had been married for a number of years by then.
No, I was just married 3 years to Roscoe.
Okay, well then, cool. Hit it, go ahead.
So anyhow, as I said, that he was in Poodle, I want you back and this and that. And I said, no. I says, you got your papers. No, I haven't received nothing. I said, and therefore you know, you haven't gotten a divorce because I haven't received the papers. I said, well, if you haven't got them, you will get them because I got mine and I know you got yours. And so if you don't come back to me, I'm going to hit you right now. He had his knife out, clean his fingernails.
Well, he was kind of calm about the whole thing.
So I told him, I said, well, little as I was, I looked up at that big fella sleep. Told him, if you kill me, you can't eat me. I said, if you go kill me, you want to get it over with because I'd rather be dead than go back with you. He started crying. I told him, I said, no. I said, this is not going to work. I said, I'm through.
I'm through. I'm through.
And so he was just talking with me, and finally Al Q, his cousin, came out. Kurt John came out, John Griggs, you know, man that was over the place. The man, you're running all my customers away. Why don't you go on back in and have a drink on me, and blah, 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 blah. He didn't pay no attention. Man, go get on, I'm talking to my wife. So John left, so Ziegler came up, how cute it is, and she was talking to him. And she had his attention talking to him. I slided him out the door and I went out the back door, you know. And I ran all the way across to the next block. And when I got to the next block, there was Dad and Juanita and Gilmanite, you know, her husband, and dripping around. And I got in the car. That's right, I got in the car and I went to Juanita and Gilmanite's house. And we sat there and we discussed this. And they said, if you don't do something about this, he'll embarrass you from now on everywhere you go. I said, well, I don't want that. So I said, well, now what do you think I can do to correct that?
And Dad said, get the mafia.
No, she did not say. You go and ask them to arrest him. Less than you. He put a knife on me. And so I said, okay. So I called an officer and I explained to him what had happened. He said, yes, we'll take him down. And not only that, we'll put him in peace bond. I said, I appreciate that. So anyhow, he says, I want you to come with me so that you can point him out to me. Fine. So then, did you go with me or did you stay in the house with me?
I think I stayed at the house.
Juanita. Okay. Well, anyhow, I went with the officer and drove up to the lifesaver. He was still sitting there on the stool and drinking a beer. And I pointed him out from the car. I pointed him out to the officer. So the officer went in and said, I want you to take him on shore. I want you to get up and come and go with me.
You can hear this from outdoors?
No, this is what the officer told me.
Okay. So you were still in the police car?
He was very belligerent.
You were still in the police car?
Yeah, I was still in the police car.
And the door was open and you could see inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
The windows, he had big wide windows.
Okay.
And I could point him out to him.
Through the window?
Sitting on the stool.
Okay.
So anyhow, he told me that when he won't show me. And he says, I want you to get up and come go with me. He paid no attention. He just kept on drinking beer. So officer waited for him for a while and he didn't get up and come with him. He tapped him on the shoulder again. He says, I said for you to get up and come and go with me. Oh, were you speaking to me? And he said, yes, I'm speaking to you. And if you don't get up and get off that stool and come go with me, I'm going to show you what I can do to make you come in here. So he says, well, what did I do? I didn't do nothing. So he said, well, you just come on, go with me. We'll find out what you did. So he said, all right. So he came on. And when he looked and saw me in the car, he knew Kate was all done. But then he looked. What did I do, Poodle? I didn't do nothing. You know I didn't do nothing. And I didn't say nothing to him. So he got on into the car. In the front door. I was in the back of the car. And he was up there in front with the driver, with the policeman. And drove to jail. And to the court. Then they put him in jail. And then I had put under peace bond. So they wouldn't molest me, you know. He couldn't come so many feet from me.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, the officer took me on back to Juanita and them stuff.
Yeah.
And I got in the car with Dad, and in the meantime, on the way, he told me what had happened in the lifesaver, you know. He was kind of belligerent. He didn't pay no attention to me when I tapped him on the shoulder and told him to come go with me. And he's kind of honorary. I said, yes. He said, I almost had to get rough with him to get him to listen to what I was saying and get up to come go with me. I said, Yes, I can understand that. And so he told me what he told him and how he reacted. So anyhow, the next time I was coming from work and walked from St. Anthony to my home on Gibb Street. And in the meantime, he was standing up there by the grill. Used to be a grill there on Montgomery Street. And he came out from around, and he says, "How's little Roscoe? How's little Rico?" I said, "He's fine." And so he says, "I sure want to see him." I said, "Well, you can see him. But the law said I can't be too close to you. So how can I see him?" I said, "Well, I tell you what, you let me know when you want to see him, and you can go by the mama's and you can see him. I won't be there, but he'll be there, and you can see him."
How far away was he when he was talking to you then?
He was way, I was way up on the other side of the sidewalk, and he was up there by the steps of the grill. So I just told him and he just kept walking. And I walked on home. I told Mom. Mom said, "Yes, that's all right. He'll let you know when you want to see him and he can come."
Sure.
So he did that. When I saw him coming.
All right. A couple of things. One is, we were talking about your mom and dad,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sorry, your great-grandparents, Ed Thompson and Maggie Thompson. And you said that Maggie Thompson died just before you guys married. You guys married in the 40s.
Right.
And that she might have been around 65 or something like that.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
How long ago did Ed Thompson had died?
He died when he was a kid.
Oh, he died when you were
A child.
a child?
Mm-hmm.
So
They both had pneumonia, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
okay.
And he survived,
Mm-hmm.
and his grandfather died.
Okay. So now, was that before you had moved to San Antonio?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you were born in Natchez, right?
In Kingsbury.
Kingsbury. Okay. And you had what is Natchez? A place where who was born?
Natchez Creek.
Yeah.
Natchez Creek.
Natchez
Creek. That is another creek over another area.
Yeah, but why is that significant to you?
Oh, well, because I had some grandparents in there, too.
Okay, so apparently they were your mom's?
No, fathers.
Your father's. Okay, and Ed and Maggie are your mom's mom and dad.
Mhm.
Okay. So, but you were born in Kingsbury, is that right?
Yeah.
Right. And then is that where you took sick with your grandfather?
Yeah.
Okay. And then when you guys moved to San Antonio from Kingsbury?
Yeah.
Okay. About how old were you then, or
I was about 6 years old.
Okay, so your grandfather died when you were around 6.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means about 1918 he died, and if were your grandparents about the same age?
I don't know.
They probably were, maybe just a few years difference.
It could have been, I don't know.
And if that's the case, he might have been in his 30s.
Mm-hmm.
And your mom died in the 31, 33, somewhere around?
I think she was somewhere around 32 or something like that.
Yeah.
When she died.
Okay, but about how old a woman was she? What do you remember about her age?
Well, not except the fact that she worked at laundry.
Mm.
And of was in our 30s, I think, at least. I don't know.
What year did she die?
I don't know.
I think it was 38, because I didn't know her.
It might have been 38.
I never met her.
Yeah, but I thought another time you had talked about how,
Because she died in March also, didn't she?
I guess so.
Yeah, I think she did.
I think another time you talked about how you had just finished school. And you had gone to school at St. Philip's 1 year.
Right.
Well, you didn't go to school,
That was before I knew him.
yes,
Mm.
but you didn't go to school when you were 28, did you?
No, not
Okay.
St. Philip.
So you went to St. Philip's right after.
I finished high school.
Right. And so that's
Well, you
about
finished high school in 31, right?
Yeah.
31?
Yeah,
Okay. So,
that's his alma mater.
Hmm.
31.
Frederick Douglass, 31. So if you finished school in 1931, if you go back, you were about, let's see here, from 31 to 21 is 10 years. From 21 to 1912 is 9 years. So you're about 19 years old.
When you graduated?
Oh, yeah, I was when I graduated.
Yeah, so you were about 19 years old. So if you went to school the next year, that's St. Philip's, you spent a year there,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought that you said that she died somewhere around the time that you had gotten out of college or something like that.
Were you in college when your mom died?
I don't know.
Or had you been working for a while?
He helped his mama buy that house.
Oh, yeah?
Because his first wife didn't want it.
Did your first wife know your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, when did you marry? First time?
Yeah.
When were you married first time?
The first time I married, I don't know what date it was.
Mm-hmm, no problem.
What year was it?
About how old were you? That'll help.
Well, I was young. I was just out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, 19, right?
yeah, I was 19 at that time.
You about 19?
Yeah, I was 19 when I married.
Mm-hmm. Was there anything in particular that made you think about you were 19?
No. But
Did you finish school, didn't you?
I finished school and then I went over to her house
Mm-hmm.
to get married.
Mm-hmm.
And I got married and then we came home.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been a heck of a long time ago.
That's just like yesterday, man. Well, let's see. If you were about 19, and then you went home, you came. I mean, with her.
Yeah, I took a ride.
Okay. Now, was this the Delaware house?
No, this was on right across the street from church.
The Second Baptist, the one across from Douglas, or?
No, it's from, what was this? Corinth Baptist.
Corinth Baptist.
Oh, up on the Brownsville, Corinth.
Yeah.
No wonder you look
But
at
it
mine.
wasn't on the Brownsville.
It was
It was
on,
when old Corinth was there on Conley Street, right?
I think it was Conley.
Okay, okay. So, but then you went home? Right
Yeah,
after
I
the-
lived across the street.
Mhm. From that church, from Corinth.
Yeah, from the church.
So, is that where y'all lived?
Yeah, we lived in this church in a house right across the street from.
Okay, all right. Yeah, what were you doing at the time? You know, working and stuff, or?
I can't even.
You went to some hotel? I don't know what.
I was probably working at Blue Bunny.
Uh-huh. As a waiter?
Yeah, because I worked there for a while.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I probably was there.
Now, her name's Bertha, right?
Bertha.
Yeah. Bertha.
You remember Bertha what?
I don't know now.
Cool. Right.
I never did know her last name.
Well, that's all right. She's just a figure in the past. So, so if you were about 19, then that's almost 1931, 32, see?
Mm-hmm.
See, because if you were born in 1912, then 1922 is 10 years. 1932, 20 years, see? So if 1931, you were married, right? Did you have a car then?
Yeah.
No, Studebaker.
Yeah, that's Studebaker there.
Oh, okay. And,
I don't think they ever been no more.
no, they didn't. They made them Packards and that kind of
I
stuff.
had a Studebaker and it was brown
Uh-huh.
and I painted it black.
You took a brush to it and painted it, or you went somewhere and had it painted?
I don't know how I did it, but I did it.
But you wanted it, what color?
Black.
Black.
Why?
Well, I feel that the police wouldn't remember it so well. I made it black.
Yes, okay. What are you thinking ahead?
Daddy's in trouble?
Well, you see how your daughter-in-law wants to think about you? You mean you were in trouble that much? That you had to think about?
Well, I had got a speeding ticket, see?
Uh-huh.
And I had to get a policeman, not a policeman, but a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me that it'd be better to destroy the ticket than to have the ticket on file, because of the fact that I might want to go to work for the government, and if they see this, I had a ticket on there,
Mm-hmm.
they wouldn't want to hire me.
Okay.
So they destroyed the ticket.
Okay.
See,
And what about the car?
the car stayed there.
I know, but was that the reason why you painted it black?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, did the lawyer destroy the ticket?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, did you pay him some money to help him eliminate the ticket? That's what he means?
I guess I did, because he just destroyed it.
Okay. Okay.
And that is the first thing they asked me when I come to work.
What?
To drive? Could I drive?
Oh, and you told him no
Yes,
problem.
I drive.
Well,
Have you ever been in trouble with the law? No.
my lawyer says to tell you no.
They didn't ask me about the law.
Well, that's cool. Hey, because that was good. Now, what was your mom? How'd your mom and your first wife get along? Close your ears, Mom.
They got, well, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. One thing she did
Mm-hmm.
is that she had some kinfolks lived over on, what was her name?
McIntyre.
No, it wasn't McIntyre, there's some other friends on that street.
Well, what did they do?
Well, they came by to borrow something we had gotten for a gift, you know, when we got married.
Uh-huh.
Because they came by to borrow it, and she let them have it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next week they came by and got something else that they needed, and she let them have it, see. And she did that until she got practically all those things that we got. She issued them out to them, see.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing happened, she left.
Hmm.
It was planned.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so how long did you guys stay
So
married?
she could get all the gifts back, you know,
But-
without any hassle with him.
About 6 months or so?
She had different ones.
I don't know, I think about 3 months.
Whoa, that was novel.
Yeah.
3 months to 59 years.
What a jump. Well now, so you were about 19 when you married,
Yeah,
and you married Bertha, and you stayed married about 3 months.
about 3 months.
And then that didn't send you to drinking, so what'd you do after that?
I went to the hotel.
That's where he met me.
But now wait a minute. You,
You see, he was sour on women. I was sour on men.
yeah, but here's what I'm getting at. If this is, if you married in 31, when you were 19, then it had to be some years.
It was.
Okay, well that's what I was asking.
He was going with Dorothy Taylor,
Well, you don't have to enumerate all of these.
Lillian Pleasant, was it Julie? The one was the flower shop, Miss Carter's daughter, sister, whatever her name is.
Well, that wasn't important.
Well, anyhow, he had 2 or 3 girlfriends
Okay, that's fine.
before he met me.
Okay, now what we're talking about, the years before 1940.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Those were in between years.
That's what I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about those. I want to talk about some other things that are more important.
Oh, thank you.
See? Bertha was only important for about a millisecond because she stayed in his life about 3 months.
Right.
That's enough. Now, but your mom and her, how'd they get along? Okay? So?
I don't know whether my mother was dead or not.
No, she wasn't dead.
No,
But
she
you
wasn't.
told me.
No, I don't think she was.
Okay. Now, see, that's why I'm thinking that your mom died maybe in 1933, or because you had mentioned those years before. And the reason why I say that is because in 31, see, you were about 19 and you had married Bertha. And if your mom knew Bertha, then your mom was still alive then. See, and then 33 makes you 21. And if your mom died around that time, then I got
She
you.
was always sending money back home to her mother. And he told me, he think that she had a kid that her mother was raising for her. That it was hers.
Oh, this
And
Bertha?
yeah, and
Bertha.
she was sending money back to her mother for her to take care of the kid.
Oh, okay.
Because he ran across a picture,
Mhm.
baby picture,
Mhm.
and she couldn't explain it. Or she didn't explain it. You remember that?
I don't remember, but it sounds familiar.
It sounds familiar. Well, that's all we're looking for. Just stuff that sounds familiar. It ain't got to be on the mark, but it just sounds familiar, see?
Well, that's what he told me.
Mhm. Well, but again now.
And he said that his mother and Bertha didn't get along because of the fact that his mother knew that she wasn't treating him right. She would go off and she would invite some. They would go out together and would go to some of her friends' house. You know, what was it? Somebody was grinding up glass or something, put it in a milk or something, and said she was going to give it to one of the women there at the house. Don't you remember that?
No.
You told me about that. And he said from then on, he didn't trust her,
Okay.
his own wife, you know, but
Okay.
she had an evil streak in her that he didn't know about.
Okay. All right.
And his mother didn't trust her either,
Okay, we got that.
because they wanted to move from where they were living, across the street from Korean.
Yes.
He found this house that we're in now,
Mm-hmm.
and his mother fell in love with it.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't want no parts of it.
Yes.
His wife.
Yes.
So he said, well, Mother, if you want it, I want to get it for you.
Okay.
So he had it in his name and his mother's name.
Okay.
And his wife was there for a while. Then that's when she started taking all of the wedding gifts and having somebody to come in to borrow them.
Gotcha.
And borrow them. And finally she got all that she wanted borrowed.
Mm-hmm.
And then she left.
Okay. Now,
She didn't even tell him she was leaving. She
Okay.
just packed up and left.
well, that's the best way. Now, what I'm getting at here
And
is,
she collected all those wedding gifts that she had let those other people have. See, that was a plan, see, so she could get all the gifts back for herself.
good, let's leave the plan.
Okay,
Now we can go to something else.
okay.
If you had purchased a house for your mom and you, then you guys, you and your mom had been living in that house for a number of years before you married Mom. About 8 years or something like that.
No, I don't think it's no idea.
Your mother died around in what, 38?
I don't know what it was to tell you the truth.
Yeah, but how long did your mom and you live in that house before she died?
I don't know.
Okay.
What year did she die? You know?
I did know, but I don't forget now.
She probably was 38.
You think she was about 38?
No, the year 38, 1938.
Okay.
And she was probably in her late 50s or early 60s, right? She wasn't getting no Social Security.
No, because she had gotten it for a year. She had gotten it for the full time because they gave her the last
Social Security check.
Social Security check. She got that.
Your mother?
Yeah, just a few days before she died.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then she was in her 60s, right?
Yeah, probably then, it might have been
You know what?
60s.
In her 60s. She had to be in her 60s to get the Social Security unless
It was
died
changed
for
then.
disability.
No, she was ill. It was from the insurance. She was ill.
Yeah, see, there was no Social Security back then. In the 40s is when, in the mid 40s is when, or late 30s to mid 40s is when Social Security became a national retirement a pension.
Yeah.
Okay. So, here's what I'm getting at. If your mom had died at about 38, then that meant that maybe you had the house just a few years before she died.
They even making money, good money, working at the hotel.
Uh-huh.
And his mama would used to check his, he used to tell me his mother used to check his wallet. He'd find $50 and $100 in his pocket. And she, boy, what are you doing up listening? Well, I'm just saving it, Mom. So, well, what you gonna do with it? I don't know. I'll give it to you to keep and hold on to it. And finally, that's the way she was holding the money for him.
Mm-hmm.
And so in this, she said, well, how about getting us a house? So he started looking for a house, and he saw the house in Delaware. He loved the house. He took his mother to see it, and she loved the house. His wife didn't like it. She didn't want it. And she gets mad because he buys the house and puts it in his mother's name as well as his name. But she went on along with it, you know. She went on with it to the house. But then, this is where she started the gifts, taking.
I know about the gifts and all that kind of stuff.
And like I said, it didn't last for 3 months.
Well, if that's the case, then, you know, you're not talking about 31. So your mom couldn't have died in 31, or 32 or 33. She had to die later in the 30s.
That's right, she died around 38. That's the way she did. She died.
So you just worked a lot and had a few people you knew between 31, 32, 33, 34, all the way to 38. And then that's when you married.
Because Miss Clausen said they used to have a wonderful time over there. See, you thought they had a party every evening.
Who?
Your dad, his sister, and his mother, and his grandmother. They used to have a wonderful time.
Okay.
Laughing and talking, playing,
Well,
running around.
now was Cleo younger than you?
Yeah.
And that was Elora Harris's? Or is that Forrest Berry?
About Forrest Berry.
Okay. Yeah.
Same mother, different father.
Yeah. And between 31 and 38, did you travel?
I don't know when I went to Chicago now. It's been quite a while.
Was that the first time you went to Chicago after your mother died?
Yeah.
Okay, then that had to be 39, 38, 39, 40. So did you go any other?
I went to Chicago after she died because I know I was in Chicago and I had a dream about her. And she was saying, was that the best I could do or something of the kind. But I can't remember what the year she died in. I can't remember that.
Okay.
It was long in about part of 38.
What was your first job after high school?
I think I went to work at Minka.
No, Blue Bonnet.
I don't know.
You went to Blue Bonnet first, Blue Bonnet Hotel.
Okay.
And then Minka. And then the St. Anthony. And you worked at Old South too, didn't you?
No.
You never did work at Old South? Well, what was that cafe that you used to work?
Cafe.
It was a nice cafe.
I don't know.
There was some cafe that used to work at the Big Brown. Old South.
No, I never worked at Old
Old
South.
South.
You worked there, I didn't.
Okay. But you, right after high school, you went to St. Philip's College, right?
Yeah.
And then you stayed there for a year, right?
Well, actually, what happened, I went the first day of school, and then I left and I went downtown to work at cafe.
Yes.
What cafe?
Huh?
What cafe?
It was Blue Bonnet.
On Bright Shaw was it?
No, it was in the
Mama Baker.
no, not Empire Theater. Way downstairs at the Empire Theater, in the Empire Theater. downstairs in the cafe.
Okay.
And
That was a cafe dining.
yeah, so I worked there. I worked there.
Great.
Okay, baby, go ahead.
And
After that first day that you
after that,
gone to school?
The first day I went to school,
St. Philip.
at St. Philip's, I went to work that day,
Mm-hmm.
and they offered me the job
Mm-hmm.
of working down there,
Mm-hmm.
and I accepted the job, and I didn't go back to school no more. Just that first day.
Oh, let me see if I understand. You went to school or you enrolled?
I went to school.
Okay, so you had already enrolled and sat in class,
Yeah,
but it was just a day.
just a day.
And then you said, I'm going to work, and then after they offered you a job, you said, well, here I am.
That's it.
So, what was the thinking? You know, was it like, I don't want to go to school because...
No, it wasn't that I didn't want to go to school.
Mm.
It's just the way things happen.
Well, why didn't you go back?
Well, because of the fact they offered me a job. And this meant more to me than to go back to school.
Okay, so going to school then said, hey, work, school, hey, work, I get money.
Yeah,
School, grades.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let's see here. So that's from about 31, and so you had worked at different hotels from 31 to the time that you started working
Well,
at.
see, I worked at this cafe down there,
Mm-hmm.
and Miles sent for me to come drive by the St. Anthony when I left the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Because I went by the St. Anthony on my way home,
Mm-hmm.
and he told me he wanted to give me a job there.
Mm-hmm.
So I told him I'd take the job.
Mm-hmm.
I was a bus boy over there.
Okay.
So I took the job. And so when I came back and went to work over at St. Anthony.
How long a shift was that? For just a couple of days?
No, I went to work that morning, and it's 6:30. Well, I came in. I don't forget now. I guess it was 6:30 because I guess I came in early first morning. I don't know. But even at that, you would come in at 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you didn't come in at 6:30 in the morning, you come in at 10 o'clock.
Yes.
So whatever time it was, I don't know what time I come back the next day.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I was supposed to come to work early each morning because of the fact that I was working out front, and I was checking the elevators also.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of think I went to work early both mornings. I don't remember now.
Okay.
And so I worked there until I went to the hotel, and I started working at the hotel, and I stayed there quite a while.
1940.
Yeah, 1940.
Which hotel?
St. Anthony.
Okay. So you had been working at the different hotels, and ultimately you started working in St. Anthony. You stayed there for a long time too.
Yeah.
And you worked at St. Anthony when you got the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I left St. Anthony, I went to work at Brando.
Right. But that you were married by then
Yeah.
to this person.
Yeah.
This person.
And when you were working at the St. Anthony, was that when you married?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you worked at these other hotels, you weren't married then?
No, you were just going with me.
Would you have preferred to go with guys?
No.
Okay. So, how long had you worked at the St. Anthony before you were married?
I don't know.
To the no, but I'm talking about you were married to Bertha while you were when you started working at the St. Anthony.
Right.
I don't think so.
You don't think so, or you do?
I don't think
You
so.
were working at Mingo,
No, I was working at
Louvain.
this cafeteria.
Mm-hmm.
Down at that Empire.
Yeah. Yeah, I was working at the cafeteria when
Okay. So, was that the first job that you had? Remember the time you said you went to St. Philip's, stayed a day, went to work, said, this is it?
yeah.
Okay. So you must have married kind of early in your life, around 18, 19, 20, 21, something like that.
I think I did.
19.
Okay.
He was 19 years old.
All right,
Got
so-
married to Bertha.
Okay. But you see, Bertha didn't live in the house with your mom, right?
Yes, she
Yeah.
did.
Okay, but on Delaware.
Yeah.
On Delaware?
Yes, she
Yeah,
lived on Delaware too.
Okay, so here's what I'm getting at. If you and Bertha were married, and you and Bertha and your mom lived at the Delaware house, then where were you working? You had to have been working at St. Philip's. I mean, at St. Mary's, St. Anthony.
I was working at cafe.
He was working at the cafe when he was living across the street from Corinth Baptist Church.
Uh-huh.
Were you still working at the cafe when you moved from Corinth Baptist Church area to Delaware, to where we live in now?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, because Mother was still living there.
Mm-hmm.
I know Mother was still living. But now, what year was that? That was in 1938. She was still living till she died.
Well, yeah, but
That was from 31 to 38. That's a few years in between, baby.
yeah, but
So what year was it that you moved from Corinth Baptist Church
I
area
don't know.
Okay.
to Delaware?
That's not what I'm going after. I know those years are fuzzy and all that stuff. Here's what I was getting at. See, if you and Bertha and your mom lived in the same house, and you and Bertha had only been married 3 months, from the time you married to the time it ended, then the Delaware Street house becomes important, because that is where the 3 of you once lived. Actually, the 3 of you. You, Bertha, and your mom.
Yeah.
Now,
And Cleo.
okay, and Cleo, the 4 of you. So if the 4 of you lived in the Delaware Street house, where were you working? If you were working at St. Anthony, then that puts you later in the 30s.
Yeah, but I was working at the
Domingo.
hotel
Mm-hmm.
before.
I
But
think
I don't know how long, I just don't know how long she lived after that.
You don't know what?
I don't know how long my mother lived after I was out there. I was working after we had moved into the house.
Yeah.
I don't know how long I
Well,
lived.
did your mom meet you? Did
No.
his mom meet you?
No.
Okay. How long did he say that his mom had died before you came?
About a year.
Okay. So if you guys married
1940.
1940, and it's been a year since the wedding that your mom had died, that makes it about 1938, 1939. You
Right.
see?
Right.
You follow me, Dad? See, you and Mom married in 40.
Mm-hmm.
Mom says that you told her that your mom had died about a year ago, from the time that
We met.
that you first met. Now, if you met in 39,
Mm-hmm.
9 months before June,
Mm-hmm.
that's going to put you in September and October of 39, because you married 9 months later, which makes it June.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Mm-hmm. But
So-
I never did meet his mother.
Yes, ma'am. So if she had already died about a year before you met,
Mm-hmm. In March.
then that makes it March of 38, March of 39. You
March
see?
of 30 years.
You see? So I thought you were working at the St. Anthony around that time. You're saying no, you weren't. You didn't work the later 30s, 38, 39 at St. Anthony.
See, his mother died in 38.
Mm-hmm.
His grandmother died in 39.
Mm-hmm.
No, not in 39, because we got married in 40.
Mm-hmm.
It was the latter part of 39. She died in March
Okay.
1940. That's what it was, 1940.
Okay.
Because
Because that's just a few more months before
she
you
tried to
married.
get us to change
Your wedding.
our wedding
Mhm.
date. Because I had told her it was 4th of June. We had decided on that.
And didn't want to change it because it was bad luck and all that.
Right.
She said no problem. She died in March, 3 months before or 4
Right.
months before.
Before
you
we
married.
out.
Okay. Okay. So you worked at St. Anthony at the time.
Yeah, he was working at the St. Anthony. That's where we met.
Mm-hmm. So if in 39 you were working in the St. Anthony, because that's where you and she met,
Mm-hmm. We met.
then
We had just come from Chicago.
yes, ma'am. And what I'm getting at is, when were you married to Bertha? And if you and your mom and Bertha and your sister lived in on Delaware Street,
No, Conway first.
yes, ma'am, but ultimately on Delaware Street,
Oh, mm-hmm.
then
That was in 38, right?
then it has to be around the 38, 1938, 39.
37 and 38.
Right. Somewhere around the late 30s.
Because he was living on Delaware in 37.
Mm-hmm.
Because Miss Clack told me so. She was living across the street from me.
Now, here's why I bring it up, is because there's a difference between marrying Bertha near the end of the decade instead of the first part. See, you said you were young, 19 or 20.
19,
Okay,
when he graduated.
that places her. I'm talking about when he married.
Yes, what I'm saying. He graduated, he was 19. He got married right after he graduated.
Well, that makes it 1931.
That's right.
So that makes that you and your mom and Bertha and your sister ultimately didn't ultimately moved to the Delaware Street, and that places you on the Delaware Street in the early part of the decade of early 1930s.
I think it was in 1937.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the year your son was born, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Right?
Roscoe was born.
Roscoe was born in 1937,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And we moved there in 1937, and it was on my birthday that we first moved there.
August
That was
17th.
16th.
No, August 17th.
So August the 17th, yeah.
So you moved to the Delaware house.
In 1937.
1937.
Okay, all right. So you see, that places you about 25 or so. See, 1912, 1922, see, you're 10, 1932, you're 20, 1937, you're 25.
Because we got married at 26. You was 26. And I was 21.
Mm.
That's right.
Mm.
Yeah.
1940?
Mm-hmm.
He's born 1912.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
But you said he was 26.
well, hell, I'm telling you, what does the number say? 28.
He was 28 when he got married?
You're doggone right. If you're born in you were married in 1940, right?
Yeah.
It was June, it was before your birthday, right? So you're about 27. Cause see?
He was 27?
Yeah. Cause.
How old was I? Wasn't I 21? You mean to me you're 7 years older than me?
You were going to be 21 because remember June is the month you married. Both your birthdays are after June, so you would be 27. You would be 21.
That's right. I told you I was 21 when I got married.
Okay, cool. All I'm getting at is again, I'm trying to pinpoint the time that Bertha was had been married to Dad, and
he told you 3 months.
Yes, ma'am. But that doesn't tell me when, what year. It just tells me how long.
Oh, I see.
And if you and your first wife went to live at Delaware with your mom and sister, then it had to be the latter part of 30 of the 30s, 36, 37, 38. And so your mom had lived until that period of time. And you said that Dad told you my mom died about a year ago. Well, that places her around 37, 38. You follow what I'm getting at?
Right.
So your mom didn't die when you were 19 and 20 and 21 years old. Your mom died when you were about 25, 26 years old. You see?
Yeah, I understand.
How about you, Dad?
Yeah, I understand, but I can't see all those years of me.
What you can't see? Years.
How old was her when we got married?
You told me he was 26, but actually, from the figures that Jamera called, it's 27.
You guys married in June. Your birthday hadn't come because it wasn't August yet. So 1940, see, that's the year you married, minus 1912 is 28. But your birthday hadn't come, so you were going to be 28 on your birthday. So you were 27 when you married. See?
What is on my birth certificate?
I think it was 20. I think you said you was on the birth certificate. Wasn't that August the 17th, 1912? And that's correct. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, see that part, because then you said on the 37th, I'm sorry, in 1937, Roscoe was born.
That's right.
Well, you didn't know her then, right?
No, you didn't know me.
All right.
I didn't know him.
Right. So, if you think about it, you said in 1940 that he told you that my mom lived, but she died about a year. Now, did you ever meet his mom?
No.
Okay, so it was about a year that she had died.
Right.
Right. So now, if you met him in 1939,
So it was a year up later.
no, see,
Earlier.
you go back.
38. She died in 38.
If she died in 38, then that means that you and Bertha were married around that time. Around 37, 38, 36, somewhere around there. Because see, you said that all four of you lived at the Delaware Street house, right? Well,
We only stayed married 3 months.
yes, sir. But what I'm getting at is, how long had you lived at the Delaware Street house before, Mom?
Before she left.
Before she yeah.
How long did you live on
Okay,
Delaware
how about this?
before Bertha left?
How about this? If you married Bertha when you were 19 and 20, that meant that you were working, that you bought the house, and that your mom and you and your sister and Bertha now lived in Delaware back then, in early 31, 32.
Which was not so.
Well, if it is so, see, that meant that you bought the house on Delaware when you were 19, 20, 21. And then secondly, when you met Mom, that your mom had been dead longer than just a year. See?
She told me she died a year ago.
When you met.
That's right.
And you met in 1939.
Not a part of 1939.
Because if you met her, she already had a child. She had Roscoe.
That's right.
I don't know how long. That's just don't know.
Okay. Well, not a problem.
But he was born in 1937.
Now, let's see here.
And your mother died in 38.
She places in the year,
That's right.
and I know she didn't know.
And what you told me, that
You-
because I asked you, I said, well, where's your mother? Well, she died. I said, well, when did she die? Last year.
Okay. Now, do you remember saying anything about how your mother had died?
No.
But then when she took sick,
Okay. What did your mom ever meet her?
No.
no.
Why not?
Why not?
Huh?
I didn't know her.
Okay. So, when did your mom die?
I don't know.
Okay. Who attended?
I know that she died, and I went to Corinth Church
Yes.
that morning,
Uh-huh.
and it was on a Sunday.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't talk to the pastor about preaching her funeral until that night.
Uh-huh.
And I talked to him about preaching her funeral, and he said yes.
Okay.
And he said, why didn't you tell me this morning about it? I said, well, I didn't think about it this morning or something.
Sure.
And so anyway, he said he would.
Mm-hmm.
But he said he realized that there would have been more people at the funeral had I told him that morning, see, because there were more people coming in the morning
Sure.
to church than
Mhm.
it was at night.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so, anyway, he preached it, and I was there, and my grandmother was there.
And your grandmother was there?
Yeah.
That's Thompson? Miss Thompson?
No.
Maggie Thompson.
No.
Your grandmother,
No.
Maggie Thompson.
Oh,
Well, yeah, there was Maggie Thompson. too.
okay. Well, who else?
Cleo.
No, you said which grandmother are you talking about?
His
one that
mother's
was-
mother.
Okay, Maggie Thompson.
Yeah.
Okay. So Maggie Thompson was there?
Mm-hmm.
And Cleo. His sister.
Okay.
Outside of that.
And your mom didn't have any brothers and sisters?
No.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Did the other relatives come? Did Annie Cole come?
I don't know.
Don't recall? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay, I've got this picture. That there was Maggie and Ed Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
They gave birth to your mom,
Mm-hmm.
Clem.
Right.
And then on your on Elroy Harris's side, we got that as Harris's.
Right.
So Elroy Harris and Clemmy
Mm-hmm.
gave birth to you and Cleo.
Mm-hmm. No.
I'm sorry, Clemmy, and
HarrisBerry.
then HarrisBerry gave birth to Cleo. How much
Clemmy.
how much older were you than your sister?
I think 7 years.
7 years. So Clemmy was.
She was around by my age, about a year, I think. Was she a year younger than me?
I don't know.
Well, if 7 years, then that makes you 1 year older than her. You were born in 1918, so she was born in 1919.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you met any more relatives to Forrest Berry?
Yeah. I met some in,
Who were those folks in Lamborghini we stayed with?
The West.
Huh?
The West, brother with Mr. and Ms. West. Well, with the West and Westerns.
West, I think.
Those folks that came later to San Antonio, Michael's teacher and all that kind
No,
of
no,
stuff?
no, not them. No. This woman, she's brown skin. She's kind of portly built. And he was kind of tailor-made like. And she was jealous of him. It wasn't even funny. I had on a play suit. And she said, oh, where's your skirt? Where's your skirt? I said, oh, Lord. I had to go and get the skirt to go across the little play suit. She didn't like the way I looked.
Because you were beautiful.
And she
Everybody's
was a teacher
not
too.
like that.
She was a teacher too. She was awfully jealous of me. And I told Dad, Dad said, that's all right, just put on the skirt and forget it. Dad did.
How'd you come across her? How'd you know she was related?
Dad, Forrest Berry, wife, what's her name? Mary Elizabeth was the daughter's name. Mary Elizabeth. Her name was. Can't think of it, but anyhow, his
Well, a glass of water would it be?
his wife introduced me to Mr. and Mrs. Weston and Dad. And then we stayed with them. After Dad got sick, Dad was buried.
What was this?
We went up to Abilene to see about your dad.
Check it, see if it's still on.
Thank you.
And I stayed there with She had all her
That's all right.
relatives there at the house.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were there at the Weston's house when he passed.
Mm-hmm.
Who passed?
Forrest Berry. He did die, didn't he?
Yeah, but I wasn't there.
I know you wasn't there. I said that we were staying at the Weston's house when he was sick, and then we left and went home, and then he died. They didn't even tell you when the funeral was. We never did go back up there to the funeral because we didn't know when it was. We didn't know the I don't know how in the world it happened, but anyhow, some way or another, we had a insurance on Dad, and Dad was paying, your dad was paying the premium on it. And what was it, $20 or $25?
Yeah.
It was something. It got too much for Dad because he couldn't take care of his own, you know, obligations, and then keep up with it. And so he let it go back. I don't know whether he cashed it in or not, but anyhow, we didn't have it. But it was quite a bit of money if anything happened to him. You know, his dad. And so he didn't derive anything from that. And any money that was in the bank or anything, his wife and his daughter got it. And they didn't share it with him at all. And the same thing happened with Dad Harris. You know, he had a son, also a younger son. And when he died, well, everything went to him. His house, his property, different, yeah, quite a bit of property in California, Bakersfield.
I remember the Bakersfield house, yeah. I mean, I remember seeing it, but I heard about it, yeah.
And he owned that house next to it, which his son was living in. Younger son was living in. He has a family, children. And everything was left to him.
Okay.
So he didn't get anything.
Was that bad?
No, because the same thing happened to me and my brother.
I know you talked about it earlier, but my question to you, was that bad?
No, it wasn't bad to
Okay.
me.
All right. Good.
Because I figure this way. Thank God He blessed me with life, and what we were able, blessing me with what I need and what I have, and I'm here, thank God, enjoying it. And all those that call themselves cutting me out of my inheritance is gone. Uncle Count's gone. He sold the property. He didn't give me one dime down in Victoria. But he's gone. He wasn't able to enjoy whatever he got. My brother, bless his heart, he did away with all Mama's things, sold the house, everything. I didn't get anything. But he's gone. He's not able to enjoy what he got. His wife's gone. Not able to enjoy what she did. Think about it, Gerald. What do you gain by trying to gain the world and lose your soul in doing it? You know? But I pray for her. And I hope he made it. I hope she made it. And I hope Uncle Tom made it. I hope all those that did what they did, grabbing after everything, I hope they made it into heaven. I thank God my mind is clear. So is Dad's. We got each other. And look how far God has brought us. And we're able to maneuver and take care of one another. No, don't have to send me to no nursing home or bring me home to you. Or him. You see how great God is. I can fix my meals. I can make up my bed. I can eat whatever I want to. And that's good. So many one thing I can't use fat. And I don't mind. I cut off all the fat. And I gain my weight some other kind of way. But I enjoy it. I enjoy life. I go to church, I sing in the choir. I love to sing. And that's a great feeling. You go to bed and you go to sleep. You don't have to worry about what you have done or how you've done it. You did the best you could. Trust God for the rest. And you go to sleep and sleep silently. And you don't have to worry about anything. You take care of one day at a time. Who knows what tomorrow brings? We hope it brings nothing but success, but you will have stumbling blocks sometime. But you have to learn to deal with it. And not get upset, because that's not going to do you any good, and it's going to keep you from thinking straight.
Good. Let's use that to go back to what we were talking about.
Okay.
The HarrisBerry and people that you knew were related to HarrisBerry. You had talked about a couple in Abilene, the Westons, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And it had some in that little town.
So you get to Abilene?
Just up the road a piece there from us.
Seguin?
Kingsbury?
Seguin?
Seguin?
No, further up.
Luling?
No, we went the wrong way. I want to go the other way.
Talking about Kingsville, those kind of places? To the
No.
west?
That's a little town there.
Nash's Creek?
No,
Lockhart?
no.
Are we talking north? Are we talking west?
Talking the north.
Not Shag Nasty.
No, that's going east,
Okay. Talking north.
north. Because I carried Dad up there one time in the car.
Austin?
Oh, I know who you Kerrville.
Kerrville, that's it. Kerrville.
Kerrville is to the west.
Okay, so that's
Okay.
Kerrville.
Uh-huh.
And
You have a sister up there.
yeah, the sister
Uh-huh.
that he stayed up there with.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is she still living or do you know?
I don't know.
That's HarrisBerry,
Yeah,
sister.
yeah.
Remember her name?
I don't know her name, but do you know?
No.
Younger sister? Older sister?
I don't know. Was she younger than Bart?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, she lived in Kingsbury.
Mm.
No, not Kingsbury. Kerrville.
When did you first see when you first realized that Grandpa Harris was your dad?
Oh, they told me that when I was a young kid, but well, actually, my name used to be Harris.
Mm-hmm.
And I got in high school, and there was quite a few talk about my father. And then he was working down here at San Antonio yard.
The railroad?
Railroad yard,
Yeah.
yeah. And I used to go by and I'd see him occasionally, you know, and I'd talk with him. And I got to the high school. I decided to change my name.
Name?
My name,
Your last name.
yeah. So when I went back to school, after I had finished junior high school, then I decided to change my name when I went back to school. So I told him my name was G.E. Berry. And that I was successful in doing.
How'd you change it?
Just telling him my name was Berry.
That was it.
That was it.
Did you talk it over with your mom?
No.
Well, why'd you change it?
Well, it just became popular during that time.
What was popular?
My name at that time became popular at that time.
Berry?
Yeah.
How? I mean, you found a lot of other folks named Berry, and you said, hey.
Well, no. But I don't know, for some reason, I don't know what reason. For some reason, I decided to change it. And I was successful in doing so. Because no one had said anything to the teacher about my name was Harris before. They just let it slide, see. And so I just went on with my name change. See.
How long had Forrest Berry been married to your mom when you changed it?
I don't know. During that time, he was, let's see, he wasn't dead, he was still living.
Oh, let's see here. If your grandfather your grandfather died with you when you had pneumonia, and then you moved to San Antonio. Did your mom marry soon after she moved to San Antonio?
Well, they married before I moved to San Antonio.
Oh, Forrest Berry knew your mom before?
Yeah.
Okay.
And see, because they came out there to the country, and he tried country life for a while.
What do you mean he tried country life? He's a city slicker?
Yeah, he tried country life for a while, but he didn't last too long. So he came on back to San Antonio.
What did he do when he was in Kingsbury?
But I don't know what he did. But I was sick there for quite a while.
Okay.
And I was only about 6 years old.
Okay.
And he came back to San Antonio because they found a house up here on Hedges Street.
Okay.
And
that's where you got it?
First come up, but they had a house. And so we came on up. That's when we left the property down there.
In Kingsbury?
Yeah.
How'd you make it? I mean, how'd you get from San Antonio from Kingsbury?
I don't know how we got it, but we caught the train.
Oh, you caught the train?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how we even got to the depot to catch the train in Liberty.
Probably a horse and buggy.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but what would we do with the horse and buggy when you got to Seguin? Turn it loose?
That was a question for you. He asked you that.
Do what?
What did you do with the horse and buggy when we got to Seguin?
You tied him up there to the station.
And just left him there.
No, somebody come and got him.
Well, yeah, but you didn't get to do that. Let anybody come by and get him
No,
now.
I guess the one that let you borrow the horse and buggy, your mom and dad, he was there to pick it up. He came up later and got him and picked him up.
Somebody got him and they picked him up,
That's
but
right.
I don't know who.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, you were holding your head a moment ago. What's the deal?
Well, I was just thinking.
Tell us what you were thinking. We always want to know that.
Well, I know that Dad, when he got sick with pneumonia, and his grandfather got sick at the same time.
Yes.
When his grandfather died, he survived. Praise the Lord. And then that's when your mom met HarrisBerry, right?
I just met him before that.
Oh, she met him before your grandfather died.
I think so.
Oh, I see. So,
Because I think that they were married and they came out there while I don't know whether he was living or not. That's like my grandfather, I don't know whether he was living or not, but they stayed there for a while. And then they left and went to San Antonio. And then they wrote Grandma and told her they had a house. So then we left and come up to the house. Well, I was wondering who drove us to the depot.
Yeah, drove you and your grandmother to the
depot, because I don't remember.
After your grandfather died.
Yeah.
I got you.
How long did you and your mom and Dad Harris stay together?
I don't know.
Long enough to get you.
I guess so.
Ooh, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. You know what? That was a Leota comment. That's what that was.
Well, anyhow, after Dad Harris and your mom didn't get along too good, he moved up here in San Antonio, right?
Well, they came to up here.
Who?
What did I just say?
Dad Harris
Yeah.
came up here.
Yeah.
With who?
Right.
With your mom?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. If your mama and Dad Harris came up here, where did they stay? Where did they live?
The house.
I know. What house?
What street?
House on Hedges Street.
Hedges Street.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Now, how long did that last?
Well, it lasted quite a while, because I came on much school.
Now remember, you said Dad Harris, not HarrisBerry. And you see, you've told me on occasions that you didn't know this guy was your dad until you were in high school. So maybe it was HarrisBerry that came up with your mom. Well, let's do it this way. Since it was one of them, and you didn't know Harris was your natural father, then we'll assume that it's HarrisBerry who came up with your mom.
Yeah.
And it was when you were in high school that you realized that this guy that would come by from time to time to see you at Frederick Douglass High School.
No, he never come out of high school. I went by the depot.
Okay, so you saw him
How
at the
did
depot.
you know that he was at the hotel? Whatever.
At the depot.
At the depot.
How did you know that that was a good?
Told me, I don't know who it
Somebody told you,
was.
but you don't know who it
I
was.
don't know.
Your mama didn't tell you?
I don't know, Mama. I don't know.
Okay. Your
Mhm.
mama told you where
Well, he was working.
then you went by to see him.
Yeah. I think that sounds pretty good.
Okay, that's more plausible.
Yeah.
And then you got to talking and to get to know him, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, why is it because of the fact that you got to know your real dad, your parental dad, that you wanted to change your name from Harris to Berry?
I don't know.
Well, how about this? What did you and Elroy Harris talk about? Lots of different things?
Yeah, different things. Yeah.
Okay, how about this? How was the conversation between the two of you? Now remember, you were about 16, 17. That's a pretty tough age to think kindly of a guy who was your father and who didn't stick around. So how were things when you talked? Kind of pleasant, kind of tough?
Kind of strained.
More or less kind of strange.
Okay. So see, now this is what I'm thinking. You let me know. See, after talking to him for a while, getting ribbed at the school about your name, Harris, and maybe some people saying some unpleasant stuff. After you talked to him for a while, and if it was strained like you say, then maybe you said, well, maybe I shouldn't be calling myself a Harris if this is how he's treating me, so I'll make it Berry.
I don't know what changed, what crossed my mind to do that. I don't know. But I know that I was successful in doing it. No one ever said a word about it.
You see, now I can understand that. You come to school and you say, they say, you know, what's your name? And you say, my name is Jamel Berry. See, I can see that. I can also see how you want to say Berry because Forrest Berry had been good.
To him, yeah.
So those two things could have been the reason.
It could have been the reason.
Because his father never done anything for him. Did he ever give you any money or anything?
No.
What about later on when he and Mama Lily would come through and stop and that kind of stuff? How were conversations with him then?
Strange.
It's still strange.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mama Lily tried to get them together. And they would talk. But it was still strange.
What kind of conversations did you hear, Mom?
I was talking to Mama Lily, and she said she was sorry to know that they were so strange with one another, and she was trying to get them together because she said he was Dad's firstborn.
Yes.
And she wanted to see that they got closer together as father and son should.
Yes.
But it never happened.
Yes, but what I'm getting at is, while you were in the location when Dad and Elroy Harris were also there, did you ever have a chance to hear conversations between Dad and Elroy Harris? If you did, what were they like? What did you hear?
No, whenever they had their conversation, it would be between the two of them. They would be either outside of the yard or on the porch or something. I'd be in the house. I couldn't hear what they were saying.
Okay.
They were walking up and down in the sidewalk, or walking up and down in the yards. I couldn't hear what they were saying. You couldn't Mama Lily.
Do you remember?
We two would know.
Do you remember?
Well, dead when
Dead men tell no tales, right? And apparently, live Berry is a tough nut to crack, huh?
Only he could tell you if he could.
Well, did he ever apologize? Did he ever say, you know, sorry about that?
No. I don't know what we talked about, to tell you the truth. But, I don't know.
Do you remember asking him, you know, why weren't you there for me, or?
No, I don't never remember asking him that. I don't know what we talked about, to tell you the truth. It's a strange deal.
Why?
Well, because I don't remember.
No, I don't remember. I'm not asking you to remember what you said to him, but what you felt, you know?
How did you feel talking to him?
Yeah.
This is what he's trying to find out.
Well, it was kind of a strange deal.
They was cagey with one another.
How about you being Cajun? Go ahead, Jack.
I don't know, it was just a strange conversation.
It was strange to talk to him? You never thought you'd talk to him or something? Or what do you mean, strange?
I never did ask him for anything. He never gave me anything. But we'd have some strange conversations. I don't even know what we talked about.
Do you remember him listening, or do you remember listening a lot? Or?
I remember him listening to me.
Did you help him get his birth certificate?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think you did.
Well, then,
I really wanted to know how to go about doing it. And you told her.
I told her.
Okay. So you helped her
Yeah.
when he needed some help.
Yeah.
You said you were listening. He would listen to you talk. Is that it? How did it seem that when he listened to you, like he didn't care to hear it, or?
But he kept working.
Can you give me an example of what you mean?
He was putting water in the car and things like that. See? And he kept working and talked to me.
Okay.
Where were you?
Depot.
What about later on when there would be these picnics, the Harris picnics, the Garcia?
Well, I never did see him at any picnic to recognize him.
How about when we went to St. Hedwig's, you know, where Novella was Grandma Mama Lily's daughter. And Elroy Harris would call, I know, sometimes and say that they're coming through. And so we would go out and visit Novella along with Grandma Lily in St. Hedwig's with Grandpa there. You remember that? This was when I was a young boy, Michael Berry. We were all young boys. We went to St. Hedwig's just up.
Claudette was young girls.
Yeah. We just went up the road to St. Hedwig's. You know where that is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And Grandpa